it's Maurice here again, and today I am bringing you another really exciting Apple review. Today I'll be reviewing the iPad Pro 12.9-inch Magic Keyboard case with the Trackpad. The product came out about 2 weeks ago, and so I've had some time to really live with it and find out the things that I like and dislike about it. So I just kind of wanted to let you guys know those things, and then also let you know if it was worth spending your $300 or $349 on. So let's jump right into that. The first thing that I want to talk to you about with this keyboard is the look and feel. This keyboard is made from the same material as the keyboard folio case that's also made by Apple. However, this one does have the trackpad, and then it has this super cool hinge that allows you to attach your iPad and open it. It opens up to about 65 degrees, and then that's when the secondary hinge takes over. You're able to adjust the viewing angle a little bit more from there. You'll notice that this is different than the keyboard folio case where you only have 2 viewing angles. Now, the thing that I really love about this keyboard case and the hinge is that it gives the appearance that the iPad is just kind of floating up there. It's not really attached to anything or resting on anything as it was on the keyboard folio case. Now, this helps a little bit better with lap typing. One thing that you may not immediately notice if you didn't already know it was there is the inclusion of the USB-C pass-through charging. Now, that port is only useful for charging. You can't plug any adapters or hard drives into it, but that does free up the other port to then allow you to charge right here and then plug in your hard drive. One thing that I want to point out is that the magnets in the iPad and in the iPad case are very, very strong. You can pick up the iPad just by the iPad itself, and the keyboard case will stay attached. I think this is by far the best looking keyboard case that you can purchase for your iPad Pro. Now, is it worth that $349? We'll find out. Second is the keyboard and trackpad. Now, with this Magic Keyboard, you're getting the same keys that are on the 2019 16-inch MacBook Pro. Now, if you're coming from one of these older MacBook Pros that had the butterfly keys, this is a welcome change. I've never personally had any problems with my 2016 MacBook Pro and the key and the butterfly keys. 2019 16-inch MacBook Pro that was released late 2019. These keys are a welcome change from the butterfly switches that were on the previous MacBook lineup, and they feel much better. They have about a 1mm key travel on them, which gives you a nice feel and clickiness when you click them. I don't know if you can hear that. The trackpad that Apple included here is really nice. However, it is definitely a bit smaller than the MacBook Pro or the MacBook Air. So if you're coming from either of those devices, you're definitely going to notice a slight decrease in size. However, that does not impact its usability at all. I found it really easy to navigate throughout the UI. Actually, I really like some of the features that Apple has updated in iPadOS to allow you to kind of like snap between the different apps, rather than just a standard cursor that stays the same and is static all the time. This one is more dynamic and changes based on what kind of app you're in. As of right now, many of the dynamic features are limited to Apple exclusive apps. Many app developers haven't updated their app to be able to take advantage of trackpad support and the Magic Keyboard. The third thing that I want to talk to you about with this Magic Keyboard is the stability and sturdiness. Now, one of the reasons that I chose to pass on the keyboard folio case was that I most often use my iPad either in bed or laying down or sitting on the couch, and it's on my lap a lot of the times. And so with the keyboard folio case, you only had 2 viewing angles, and those didn't really work for my workflow. So I really welcome the Magic Keyboard and its new hinge. It allows you to kind of adjust the viewing angles and have a lot wider range of viewing angles, for the different positions that you may be looking at your iPad in. For me, that's just sitting on the couch. One thing Apple did do here to improve the sturdiness and stability of the case is they made it a little bit more heavy. Okay, maybe not a little bit more heavy, they made it a lot heavier. This keyboard case weighs almost the same as the iPad, and so the two of them together actually weigh more than the MacBook Air. So that's something that you're gonna wanna keep in mind if you're trying to travel light and keep your setup to a minimum. One thing that has been dearly missed by a lot of users and other people on YouTube is the ability to have like a typing angle. So with this keyboard case, this is pretty much all you get. I've seen some people get really creative and they've flipped it over like this and kind of used it to type on, like to write notes like this. However, I think that's kind of weird just having this, you know, if you're looking across from someone, that's just kind of like a divider. I would have really enjoyed a way to kind of fold this and have the case be behind the iPad in case I wanted to type, but it's not too hard just to detach your iPad via the magnets and then reattach it when you're ready to start typing again. Number 4 is app support. Now, the thing that I think will ultimately take the keyboard case to the next level is the inclusion of shortcuts and other apps taking advantage of these shortcuts. As it stands right now, there are only a handful of apps that take advantage and allow you to use keyboard shortcuts. However, with WWDC just a month away, I think that we'll see more app developers start to take advantage of the Magic Keyboard and the shortcuts that it offers. Fifth, final, and most important thing, I think, is the price. Now, for this keyboard case, you're gonna be paying $299 for the 11-inch model or $349 for the 12.9-inch model. What? Yes, I said $349. That's almost as much as the iPhone SE2 that just dropped, which is $399. This is ridiculous. However, when you think about it a little bit deeper and kind of dig into actually using the Magic Keyboard, you can see why it costs more than the Bridge keyboard or Logitech's keyboard options. Many of the other keyboard options for the iPad Pro use Bluetooth to connect the keyboard and trackpad to the iPad. However, with the Magic Keyboard, it takes advantage of these 3 dots on the back of your iPad and the same 3 dots on the keyboard case. Now that allows you to take advantage of pass-through charging and then have this other port to plug in your hard drives or any other peripheral devices that you may need. In addition to being able to use the smart connector, this keyboard case just works. And that's part of the reason that you paid $349 for it. For example, I just took this case out of the box and I just attached my iPad and I was able to start typing. I didn't have to go into settings. I didn't have to try and connect Bluetooth or any weird thing like that. I was just able to open it and start using it. And that's the thing with many Apple products, is that you're just able to, they just work. Have you ever used AirPods and your Apple Watch and how seamlessly they just work together? Well, the same thing is here with this Magic Keyboard. It just works. All in all, I'm very impressed with this case. Like I said, I didn't own the Keyboard Folio case, and I've never been a big iPad keyboard case person. I've just always used my MacBook if I needed to type. But with this keyboard case, I've noticed I've been using my iPad way more, especially with LumaFusion continually being updated and being able to edit videos and process them on my iPad. It's just amazing. So I find myself using my MacBook Pro less and less. And so for those of you out there wondering, can this replace a laptop? I think it's definitely possible, but if you do heavy editing or very CPU intensive activities, I think you're still going to stick to your MacBook Pro for that. So I will continue to use this keyboard case, and I will keep you guys updated throughout my YouTube channel, my Instagram and Twitter on how I like this device and how it holds up over the next couple of years. So thank you for watching this video, and if you like content like this and want to see more, please hit that like button and subscribe to me.